All right, so we're talking about how many knack is enough for couples that are trying to conceive, right? And this is one of the most common questions that couples that are trying to conceive would ask. After ovulation, should one keep knacking? Besides looking for baby, knacking is also for enjoyment. So you don't want to enjoy? so it's not, knacking is not doctor's appointment that you can get tired of, right? So just enjoy, right? It's for fun, for food, and for procreation. Is that okay? So somebody said is knacking food. Yes, it is. It is. But in this case, only one person get nourished. But it's food. Okay. Of course it's for food. It's for food. Why? Because the precious sperm contains minerals, vitamins that nourishes your body. Why do you think when you knock very well, you get it fresh without cream? So yes, it's for food, right? So and if you were not here when we were talking about precious sperm, how to produce precious sperm, go to my YouTube channel. I have 30 videos on how to produce precious sperm. So men will benefit from it. Most of them don't even need to buy anything. Just do what I say. They produce it in like pump. I want to what? You never confirm whether the baby don't enter. You are already afraid. you are impossible. So no, you cannot knock it out, right? Unless you are doing all those helicopter style and all those flying jet style, right? Unless that's one, but knocking itself does not give you any problem, right? so if you are just joining, you're welcome. Thank you for the follow. I'll follow you back ASAP. Please share the live to those who will need this information, right? Knacking is good. You need to learn how to knock with no good, right? You should learn how to knock with no good. So I was saying that one of the most common questions for people who are couples who are trying to conceive, right? They usually ask the question of how often should we knock with no good to get pregnant, right? How often? The question sounds very simple, right? But there are more deeper worries behind those questions when they ask it. Yeah, because when they ask that, they are thinking in their mind, are we having too much sex? Just like my friend Whitney Grace is concerned. You don't want to knock the thing enter, they can knock them out by yourself. So are we having too much sex? Right? Are we not having enough? Like most people, I think between January and now, I've had two wonderful people in the live stream who you've been trying to conceive for more than 2 years, and their problem was knacklessness, right? They just don't knock. So after we helped them, guide them, and now they started knocking, they're already pregnant. So please, knock with no good. Is that okay? So that's part of the question they ask, right? Does daily sex reduce sperm count? This kind of concern. Or should we wait until ovulation? Or are we missing the fertile period? You see, many couples become so confused on the issue of getting pregnant that intimacy itself starts feeling like a scheduled medical procedure or prescription. It's not supposed to be so. It's supposed to be a natural part of your relationship, right? What did I say before? Knacking with no good is for fun, for food, and for procreation, right? So if you don't want to procreate, knock for fun and for food, right? Even for exercise too, because instead of subscribing your gym is inside your bedroom. You're just wasting your subscription. Right? So if there are men listening to me, you need to take action quickly, because that gym subscription is a waste of money. The whole bedroom is a gym itself. But again, ironically, there are those who this whole knacking gist creates. It can be stressful, right? It can become a stressful journey for them, especially those that are trying to conceive, right? So let's explore some of the gist within this narcology. Is that okay? Let's explore the science. What science actually say, right? Now, if you've missed any of the gist on especially when we're talking about male infertility, oh, so much information we shared there. So much information. Mary J is here. Good evening. Anna Stitches, I see you. You're welcome. So if you missed any of all that, I would advise you to go to my YouTube channel, search my name, and if whether it's sperm count, sperm motility, anything you search, it will come up. Watch those videos. You'll be amazed the kind of things you'll learn. Hello, Thrifts by Beauty. You're welcome. Who talk that talk? The person don't like you to narco. Is it your friend? Is it a woman? It has to be a woman that says so, because women, what do woman do, woman, right? The woman is not knacking, so she's advising other women not to knock. So that is not correct. That is not correct. Knock waiting no good. I'm telling you the truth. So where was I? Don't listen to that advice. It's not correct. Right. Just in case some people did not see the question, let me. It's not public. The question is, but they said if you nap too much, pregnancy will be difficult, and the answer is wrong. It's not correct. It's not correct. Rather, the opposite is the case. Is that okay? So the mantra here is "Nak waiting no good," because that is where your answer is. Is that okay? We'll start with the first thing. The first thing to consider is pregnancy. I need you to understand. Pregnancy is a timing game. When it comes to pregnancy, it's all about time. Right? And if you've missed a lot of things I've talked about, just try to catch up for today, because there's so much you need to know, which we have talked about. Go to the YouTube and find out if you care to. Right? Now, this is the common misconception. Right? They say pregnancy can happen any day of the month. That is a misconception. That is a discussion from an uneducated mind. Because the reality of it is that fertility is concentrated within a relatively short period. When it comes to your fertility, is a short period in that cycle. That's when it's concentrated, and that period is called the fertile window. Right? And the fertile window generally include 5 days before your ovulation and the ovulation day. So if you understand your fertile window and take advantage of it, you are more likely to conceive faster than people who are just knocking anyhow without understanding their timing, right? So the reason is because the reason why there is a fertile window is because of what we already know, right? How long does sperm live inside the female uterine tract. How long? And sperm, I can tell you, can survive within the uterine tract for 3 to 5 days. Right? Now, have that at the back of your mind. Then we also know that when ovulation takes place, the moment the egg is released from the ovary, its survival is from 12 to 24 hours. The egg is not always there. It's only available for 12 to 24 hours, after which it's no longer available. Right? So that 24 hours availability plus the 5 days survival period for the sperm makes up your fertile window. Is there anybody, you are still with me? 2 things you can do if you are still with me. Talk to me in the comment section. Just type "I hear you," then tap on your screen so that I will know that you're really there. Is that okay? If you are just joining, you're welcome. If you are not following me, you want to follow me now. But make sure you share this live to those who are trying to conceive. Especially those who are trying to conceive and they are not knocking. We will carry a Rimo code for them. Now, if you understood what I said, then you're going to understand this one. Because this forms the biggest fertility mistake. Right? Biggest fertility mistake. Now, many couples, unfortunately, they wait until they think ovulation has already happened. I don't know where they got their biology from. They wait. So they feel like, oh, ovulation. Then they've missed the opportunity. Right? So, listen, fertility is a time game. If you don't understand the timing, you're going to be knocking, okay, maybe for fun and for food, but for pregnancy, you're wasting your time. But I want you to think of it this way. The goal of the whole gist isn't for sperm to, that is the fertile window gist, right? It's not for sperm to arrive after the egg has appeared. No. The sperm should be there. That's why we say knock waiting no good. Steady. Right? Sperm should always, there should not be short supply of sperm within the uterine tract. That is the idea. And that's why generally, what do they tell you? They say knock waiting no good 3 times a week. Right? 3 times a week. And if you do that, you're not even going to miss it at all. But all the knackless people, you will be converted today. And if your spouse is far away, then pack your bags. Either you are returning back or you are going there. One thing must happen. Right? So the goal, Queen Esther, you're welcome. So I said that to say that the goal is for sperm to always be available, waiting for the egg to be released. That's the whole essence of fertile window. And when you don't understand fertile window, you're going to be knocking for fun. But if you are trying to conceive, and of course you and I know that you don't want to knock for fun, you want to get the baby, right? So generally, specialists would recommend, right? That's for healthy couples. They say, okay, you are a healthy couple, not waiting no good, 3 times a week, right? Then 1 or 2 times within your fertile period. If you knock 3 times a week, by the time you get to your fertile period, you would have knocked like 2 times before ovulation. So how long does sperm stay alive waiting for them? That's what I just said. Okay, you came late. That's what I said. Inside the uterine tract, because different sperm survive differently in different environments. Outside, it dies early, so leave that one. But inside the uterine tract, it survives 3 to 5 days. So the 5 days of sperm survival plus the 24 hours lifespan of the egg after ovulation is what forms the fertile window. Right? I'm saying that again so that you register it in your mind. Never forget it. Right? So, what are you going to do? Always make sure there's never a short supply of sperm in the uterine tract if you're trying to conceive. Be smart. Is that okay? Umo is here. Umo Aliyah. Good to see you. This strategy of always having knocking waiting no good 3 times a week, you know what it does? This approach will help to ensure that healthy sperm will be present. The timing error, if you make error at all, that error will be minimized, and your ovulation is not going to be accidentally missed. Why? Because you're already in business, right? It will even save you the problem of, oh, I want to track. Even if you are not tracking 3 times. I'm talking about healthy people. I'll get to you on healthy people shortly. Right? But healthy people, even if you are not tracking ovulation 2 to 3 times weekly, I'll solve your problem. So you will always have abundant supply of sperm within the uterine tract for fertilization. Right? So that naturally covers the fertile window without you breaking your brain to calculate anything. So what do? Knack waiting no good. Steady. Right? You know, somebody asked the question. So, does daily sex reduce sperm count? That's a good question. It's actually a myth. People think that when you have, it's going to reduce. Calm down. Now, in men with normal fertility, right, daily ejaculation generally does not cause infertility in healthy men, right? Now, it also would not affect sperm quality generally, right? Now, well, we know that some men may show slight low sperm concentration, right? Why? Of course, because if you have a tank and you empty that tank, right, and you will require supply from that same tank the following day, you may not have the same volume of supply like you got today. For example, if somebody abstained for 3 days, his tank is over full, right? Then it knock today, knock tomorrow, knock the day after tomorrow. So the knocking is, the demand is more than the supply. So the quality did not depreciate. Generally, his fertility is not affected. It's just that the concentration will reduce a little. So that's why we give you 2 to 3 days a week to knock, so that the tank will always be full, right? But where the challenge is, you know what the challenge is? Is when you are now waiting. You say, I want to store sperm until fertile period. You are wasting your time. Why? Because they grow older, right? You don't know sperm grow old. They do grow old. So if you are waiting, storing the sperm, waiting for a particular time, they will grow old. then you will not be ejaculating agile, fresh, fast forward moving sperm cells, unfortunately. So be smart. Be smart. Knack waiting no good. 2 to 3 times weekly. It will solve the problem. Is that okay? Import by B said it. Seriously? Yes, seriously. That's why 2 to 3 times, no, 3 times weekly is the goal. Is that okay? 3 times weekly is the goal. It keeps the sperm fresh and available. Right? Agile. Agile. You not be old papa sperm. You won't be. They will not run fast though. All these old papa sperm. You are keeping it for what? Clement Thompson. 7 times, no, it's too much now. 7 times. 7 times it's not. The sperm concentration will drop. Don't leave sperm too long, right? So that you always be producing fresh ones. And by the way, sperm production is every day, right? Sperm is not like women that they have to wait every month for one egg to come out. Sperm production is every second. In fact, I can tell you that for every second, 1,500 sperm cells are produced. Right? So by the time we have completed a 24 hours cycle, the man would have produced more than 100 million sperm cells in one day. Don't you see? It's a continuous replenishment. And you want to store what is being produced steady. No, don't store it. Knack waiting no good. That's the. And by the way, it's beneficial to women. So women are nourished. All right, where was I? If I was a woman, I would demand it, legally and otherwise. Anyway, where was I? So don't wait too long between ejaculation. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Because when you have a very long, very prolonged abstinence, it reduces sperm motility, the ability for sperm to move forward, and also the overall quality. So you don't want that to happen. Is that okay? Please tap on your screen. Come on, man. Tap on your screen so that we'll get more people to see. You know, some people, their problem is knacking. So they need to know what we talk here. Right? Now, another thing is this. If you understood what I just said, then you are now ready for this. Ebony said, bulky uterus issue. What does that mean? You want to elaborate. Not everybody is seeing what you wrote, but you need to elaborate. I want to understand what you mean. What do you mean by bulky uterus issue? I'm sure you're not just reading one line of your results. It will be wrong to do that. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is can too much pressure hurt intimacy? And this is very interesting. It's very interesting. Can too much pressure enlarged uterus? There are several reasons. I'm just trying to answer you quickly because I know a lot of people have answers, questions. But just to answer this one, now there are reasons why uterus may be enlarged, right? You can have reason like adenomyosis can be a problem, which is a condition anyway, and it hurts your fertility. Even pregnancy can make your uterus enlarge. Is that what you're talking about? Fibroid can make your uterus enlarge. So you gotta be specific so that we can help, right? We can give you an arrowhead answer that will bring solution. All right, let's continue. Can too much pressure hurt intimacy? Right now, this reminds me. You know, have you ever find yourself in a situation where, especially, I think women will understand this one. Okay, that's good. Women will understand this better. Have you ever seen or met somebody who promised heaven on earth, or heaven and hell, depends. So you say, when I see you, I want to take you to the moon. I will bring you back, and I will build castles on you and all that. You guys seen that kind of person? After they brag all the bragado they have in themselves, then finally the day of action come, they don't have bullets in their pistol. They got no game. So all the promises was for what? So yes, too much pressure can hurt intimacy, right? And now this is one of the we really don't discuss these things because we consider them to be social, right? Because what you find is many couples will start with excitement. Oh boy, we're going to do this, right? And they keep doing it. Please stop. Let's tap on our screen. Otherwise, I will just only tappers. I will just be whispering into tappers' ears only. So basically, that's what happens when people just get married. There's that excitement. Why? They are hopeful, right? It starts as fun. Then, as months pass, the fun begins to dwindle. Why? Because especially people that are married, there's always that thing that you get married, the next thing you should be pregnant, right? So suddenly, sex for them becomes scheduled because now they want to conceive. It's now sex has become a doctor's prescription, and that is pressure in itself. They're hoping for the next cycle, and every next cycle feels like a test to their fertility, right? So that in itself makes intimacy becomes, instead of being intimate for fun, is now tied to pregnancy. So if pregnancy does not happen, the intensity is reducing. Intimacy becomes tied to pregnancy outcomes. So what then happens? Hey, Ivy is here. Oh, right? So if you have not been there, you cannot even know, because this shit is serious. It's serious. But calm down, right? The problem with many people is that they put too much pressure on themselves. Don't do that. Calm down. You should be from a place of rest, right? You should be from a place of rest. Because if you don't act from a place of rest, this can create performance anxiety. What I mentioned earlier, that is actually the correct word for what I said earlier. Performance anxiety. Now, the day you said, okay, this weekend we're going to knock waiting no good, John Thomas refused to stand up, right? John Thomas will not come up again. He's like, what's going on? We need John Thomas to come up. But he's not coming up because of performance anxiety. So this pregnancy, we don't try. This next one, how is it going to be? Timetable, thank you. Right? Knocking what's no good has become a part of the menu. Right? Doctor's prescription. So that creates in itself performance anxiety. It creates stress. And remember what stress does to fertility. Stress hurts your fertility. So that's why nothing should stress you, whether physical, emotional, psychological. Otherwise, you hurt yourself so bad. Yes, that's why many people, Nikki, I'm responding to you. That's why many people that are trying to conceive, you hear them say, oh, I don't even want this thing. It's not because they didn't start that way, right? They didn't start that way. But because of the pressure that comes with it. This thing, I'm only doing it because I want baby. But it's not supposed to be so. Thank you for the follow. I'll follow you back ASAP. Right? Needless to speak of the frustration and emotional distancing that comes with pressure. It does. These are the kind of things that happen when you are under pressure. Don't be under pressure. Like if you are under pressure, after this gist, remove yourself from pressure. Right? It's hard, but you gotta try, because one of the things we will need to learn, and that's why I tell you, keep coming to the live stream because you're going to learn a lot, right? One of the things you will learn is to walk a healthy fertility journey, right? Which will include biological timing. Will also include emotional connection. That thing we used to say, how that is when ovulation is close, that's when couples start having fights. So which devil is causing that? Oh boy. Just calm down, you'll be fine. Right? You'll be fine. But first, you have to be intentional and make up your mind that from now moving forward, I want solution, right? All right, please tap on your screen so that other people can learn. Is that okay? Tap on your screen, share the live, and if what I'm saying at all makes sense to you, you want to drop a heart me, because that's one of the encouragements you can give us. Is that okay? All right. So where were we? Having said all that, there is a problem with somebody asked this question one time. I think it was Mrs. Kamara. Miss Kamara, are you here? Talk to me in the comment section. Talk to me in the comment section. Are you here? The first time she came to the live stream. Thank you very much, Ivy. She asked the question, what about different sex positions? How relevant is it to conception? So the hikers style, helicopter style, Kilimanjaro style, and all that. What is its relevance? Of course, there are words that are out there. Hey, CH Cosmetics, I see you. You're welcome. All right. Of course, we know there are myths that suggest that certain positions dramatically improve pregnancy chances. That's why it's a myth anyway. Myth is something that's generally believed, but not necessarily fact, right? But I can tell you that since today, as I know up on today, now, there is no specific sexual position that has been proven to guarantee pregnancy. Why? Because there are important factors that brings about pregnancy, not positions. Position is just for your gymnastics and enjoyment. It doesn't affect anything. Right? But the most important factor. Thank you very much, Ivy, for the gift. Right? The most important factors for pregnancy to occur remains these ones, and I want you to take note. Number one, ovulation timing. Number 2, healthy sperm. Number 3, open fallopian tubes and a receptive uterine wall. If all these things checks out fine, even if you use underground style, you will be pregnant. Is that okay? So what the different style does is different positions. I mean, what it does, of course, they may affect your comfort and personal preference. Good for you, but there is no evidence, no strong evidence that shows that one standard position will produce a higher pregnancy chance than the other. Now, Robin Atara is here. You're welcome. So what I just said now is to put to rest the question of all the very many styles. Of course, I'm going to give examples of them much later, right? It's just for your comfort. And of course, remember I said that your gym should be your bedroom, right? All those your subscriptions is a waste of time. You have a partner, go and gym it out, right? All right. So we're going to look at, for educational purposes, right? We're going to look at common sexual positions, right? All the awkward ones have been removed because those ones don't make sense to me. So the common known positions in sexual health education will include the famous missionary, right? How do we call it? The Mama Papa style, right? Right, the famous missionary. What's that one? Cowgirl. Let me just list them out. Cowgirl. Where did you get that name from? Then spooning, they call it spooning. Rear entry position, sitting position, and standing position. Now, one thing that is common in all these positions is that it's comfortable both for pregnant and unpregnant people, right? But long story short, they do not in any way contribute to fertility. Fertility is a function of healthy sperm, healthy egg, healthy uterus, and open fallopian tubes, right? So these are just the various positions for consenting individuals, right? So timing of intercourse is far more important than position. So if you are doing calculator style after your ovulation, you will not be pregnant, right? So, if you are doing Mama and Papa style during your fertile window, you are more likely to be pregnant. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the style is not the issue. Oh, you won't spoil this. You won't spoil. So I will not buttress it. You have PCOS. It needs to be managed, right? Tasha, the PCOS needs to be managed, right? And I hope you're already at it. Please manage it. And if you want to get more clarity, go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Godwin EMB. Search PCOS. You've got some good videos that will give you, that will enlighten you so that you can work with your doctor. Is that okay? I don't understand, cheesy. Talk to me. Can endometrial and ovarian what? Stop conception? I don't understand. You want to ask it again? All right. So, another common myth. Good evening, sir. Please, can I have your contact? Please, go to the link in my bio, tap on it. When it opens, you go to my digital store. Basically, you'll see fertility consultation. Tap on it. It take you straight to my green app. All right. I use cool. Coenzyme Q10. I've talked about what do you call them now? Supplements before, or maybe before the end of this year I'll talk about it again. Right. So good evening, sir. Okay. All right. So another common myth is that you must keep your legs up for hours. Oh boy. Where do they get these things from? Where do they get this idea from? What has keeping legs up get to do with conception? Oh boy. Anyway, that's why we're here, to enlighten ourselves. Is that okay? Now, in reality, understand that sperm begin their movement through the cervical mucus within minutes of ejaculation. Now, this is what happens. And supporting with pillow, right? because the sperm no road, so you need to support. Anyway, just to catch the idea, right? Now, a healthy semen is thick. What about going upside down? Well done. I hope you don't break your neck in the process. A healthy semen usually comes out molten and is thick, basically, right? That semen contains a lot of things, including the millions of sperm. The moment ejaculation occurs, within the next 3 minutes, that thickened semen breaks down because of enzymes that is within it. It breaks down into watery nature. The whole purpose of the thickness in the first place is for delivery. Just like you demand something from Amazon, they don't just bring the thing. For example, you bought this thing, right? You bought this thing and they bring it to your house like this. There's a problem with the people. So what do? They have to package it in packages that will not only protect it, but make sure it gets to you in the right conditions. So the same thing happens with semen. All those things you see with your eyes are packaging for the sperm cell, because the sperm cells are microscopic. You cannot see them. So during ejaculation, all those packages put the sperm together for delivery purposes. And once it is delivered, it breaks down in the vagina. It breaks down and turns into liquid or watery nature, so that the sperm cells begins to run forward. That is the idea, right? So within minutes, that whole thing is broken down, and sperm begin to move forward through the cervix, right? So while lying down briefly after intercourse may be comfortable, there is actually little evidence that shows the claim that it improves pregnancy. No, there's little evidence. It's not tenable. right? So what medication is good for a low? What do you mean by low egg? I need to answer the question correctly, but I will answer your questions when I'm done with all these gist. Is that okay? Right? But you need to clear what low egg means. Low quality egg, if that's what you mean. But I want to give us the this one. These are the things you pay for consultation for. But let me give it to you tonight. I want to give you the real fertility formula. Who's ready? Grab your pen and paper. Let me wait for you. Grab your pen and paper. The real fertility formula. Low air quality. I'll answer that. Remind me when I finish. The real fertility formula. Now understand something. Successful conception depends on multiple factors, right? And all these factors must work together. So this is the fertility formula. Healthy ovulation plus good sperm quality plus open fallopian tubes plus healthy uterus, uterine lining plus proper timing of knacking wetin no good equal to pregnancy success. That is the formula. So there is no singular sex style or supplement or any fertility trick that you hear out there that will replace these fundamentals. If you have all these in place, you solve all your problems. The reason why you need supplements is because something is wrong with you. But I think one of these is I'll talk about supplements again, right? So that you understand what you are taking. Is that okay? But supplement is good though. It's good if your doctor prescribes it. Yeah. Right. Don't just go and be swallowing. All right. So what is the goal here? The goal is have as much sex as possible. TLOU said. Doctor says my tubes are black. Oh my God, as okay. I if you actually want me to talk about it, you send your request. We'll talk about it if it's open for discussion, right? So I was saying that the goal here is have sex often. That's the goal of this discussion. Have it enough that you should always have healthy sperm available. Yes, so right? Ask that question again. I'll get back to it. So have frequent intercourse so that you have sperm always available for ovulation to occur, right? So when you are able to achieve this, you have cut down, or rather not cut down, you have actually increased your chance of conception. You see why I tell you that there's nothing beats knacking with no good, right? So if you are trying to conceive, focus on understanding your cycle. If you don't know anything about your cycle, go to my YouTube channel, search menstrual cycle, right? So if you're trying to conceive, focus on understanding your cycle, identify your fertile window, aim for knacking waiting no good 3 times a week or 1 to 2 times within your fertile period. Avoid turning your intimacy into a stressful obligation like timetable. Right? And remember that conception often takes time. right? It often takes time. Even when everything is healthy, it still does take time. In fact, let me shock you. Do you know that? Hey, Queen Josie is here. Let me shock you. In this material cycle, the chances, I'm talking about healthy individuals. In this material cycle, the chance that you will be pregnant is just 25%. So that means if it does not work this cycle, continue knocking next cycle, continue knocking the next cycle, continue knocking the next cycle. By the time you hit 1 year, you have increased your chance to 85%. That's where result is. So if you say knocking is not your thing, you better make it your thing, because that is where the answer is. Otherwise, you will pay money. You come and pay, right? And I keep sending your request that I'm going to bring us up. Let's talk about it. How many knocking is enough? Shanty. Knock waiting no good 3 times a week. Right? So because of this kind of misunderstanding, many people spend months searching for a perfect fertility trick. There is no trick anywhere. The things I tell you is the trick. Why biology does not have a trick? Biology needs to be understood, not a trick, right? It's a principle. Many times you don't even need some of these things they are trying to put inside your. Give it, take. But I don't want to spoil business. That's why I'm not emphasizing it, right? Because business must go on. Is that okay? So we go back to the gist again. All you need is the right sperm meeting a quality egg at the right time. That's all. Right? Chanty. Of course it is, but remember. Anyway, if you want to talk about it, you come up so that. Hello, coffee. So besides what I just tell you now, every other thing is secondary. It's secondary, right? So you have a choice to either understand your biology, work around it, or keep looking for tricks and spend money. When you don't tire to spend money, then you now come to my DM and say, "Doctor, I need your help. Please go to my bio, tap on the link. It will take you to my green app, right? It's not for free." All right, so send your request. Let's talk.